Okay, so now we will go to request for road name change from Bruner Road to Vineyard Lane. And do we have someone to present that in the audience? Hello, sir. I didn't want to mess up your name. How are you this evening?
I'm fine, thank you very much.
Would you come to the podium, please? Thank you so much. And if you'll state your name for the record for the clerk's office, please.
My name is Ali John Farsai. I live about 5.5 miles west of Mountain Air on Highway 60, Rocking R.L. Road. I made 5 copies of my request and submitted to the lady in the first office there. You did? Okay. So we came here, I bought a piece of property in 2004, and then we moved from Seattle to here, and I built a house, a adobe house up there. But before we moved here, before we bought the land was leased to a person named Bruner. He defaulted in payment, and we evicted, court order made him to evict the land. So he was no longer there. That happened in 2003. We bought this land, and I made a road, and there is no sign, and nobody's using the land, I mean the road, except us, me and my wife. And we like to change it to Vineyard. The problem is there is no sign there, and there is no, there's nothing there, you know. So we can't get FedEx or UPS. We can't get ambulance there because we are invisible. Since 2007, we finished the house, and I came here to talk to the lady in charge of changing addresses and so on and so forth. That lady is deceased. I don't know her name, but yeah, she agreed for 449 Vineyard Lane, and then everything stopped. Nothing happened ever since. So I came here last week and this week, Monday, and requested for a name change and a sign for this road. So we will be getting services like ambulance, like, you know, packages, etc., etc. And I visited a lady named Annette Ortiz. She said that the panel can vote for this, and it's something that has to be resolved here. So I'm here.
Okay, well, thank you for presenting that to us. We're now at the table for questions. Do we have questions, and do we have comments from staff on this request? Nick?
We are not in GPS here, in GPS.
Next video on behalf of Rural Addressing and Safety Officer. We met with Mr. Farsai, and I think last year, I believe, is when he provided us with a letter. And at that time, we informed him of our ordinance, 97-6, and there are certain responsibilities that the property owner is responsible for. And I'd like to read those just so everybody's on the same page. That's kind of where we stand is. Road names may be changed by submitting in writing to either the county rural addresser or planner the reason for the name change, and including all property owners who use the road as primary access to the property. Signatures and addresses of each person, including the roads and access, must be included in the request whether they approve the change or not. Approval of the street name changes will require a majority vote of the committee appointed by the Board of County Commissioners. In order for a name change request to proceed, 100% of all property owners using the road must agree to the new name. A committee shall be appointed by the Board of County Commissioners composed of members of the EMS, rural addresser, 911 officer, and the 911 director. This committee shall meet once a month and hear and act on all road name changes, requests, assignments of addresses, and road names for subdivision comprising of 4 or more lots. If the road name change is approved, it is the responsibility of the applicant to provide the new sign, installation, and maintenance. The applicant shall also inform all property owners of the new name for the road once it has been approved. If the applicant is aggrieved by the decision of the committee, they may appeal the decision to the Board of the County Commissioners. We have no problem renaming the road. There's obviously quite a bit of work on our part with Quest for 911 purposes. We have no problem there. I believe Mr. Farsai is the only property owner at that 49 address. He accesses the property off of Rocky RL and then travels south and west in the direction on Rancho de Agua. We have no problem renaming the road. We just have certain criteria and requirements we have to adhere to with Quest and make sure that they are on board with the name change if in the event he does need to call 911.
I talked to Mr. Bruner yesterday. He's the GPS and GIS rural addresses. He said he would be glad to handle that Quest problem. And we also are going to inform co-op, electrical co-op, and also we sent a letter to Matt. We need the GPS. He doesn't the map.
Okay.
I have a copy of the map. There is nobody living in our area. We are the only structural. We have the only building there. There is nobody else there. My own house, I said, give me permission to change my shirt to another color. Because I leave you that. Because it's normal there.
Thank you, Mr.
We are the
President.
only living.
We completely understand where you're coming from, and the only thing that we try to consistently do is just to adhere to our policy that's in place. So it looks like if there's not a problem with my fellow commissioners, that what we would need to do is to go to the next step, which would be to appoint a committee. So is there any problem with that, or are there any questions from either of you?
No, no problem.
So what we'll do then is we'll need to form a committee so that we can be in compliance, and we will do so. We will submit the names. Did it say specifically, Nick, how many people needed to be on the committee?
They just listed the departments like title, EMS, rural addresser, 911 officer, and the 911 director.
Okay. So if you can go forth, Nick, and maybe put that together and then give us an update before the end of October so that we can make sure that it's moving forward.
Everybody pretty much has been informed. I'm not too sure who the 911 officer is.
Okay.
When they tell me who that is, I will inform them, but EMS would obviously be probably our fire marshal, rural addresser, Bruner. I'm not too sure who the 911 officer is. Travis was back in 97 when this was written, and will inform the 911 director. So.
Would that be Dorothy?
911 director is spelled out here, so that would be her.
Okay.
So everybody must have pretty much been informed. Like I mentioned, there's no problem with renaming the road. We just have a bunch of work on our side to request. So hopefully he never has to call 911, but if he does, they'll be able to find him at Vineyard, not Bruner.
Right.
Good.
Okay.
Good.
All right.
So
So just clarification from council, do we need a formal motion to say we can go forward, or do we say go forward and then we make the final vote after it's been done? Okay. So I will now call for a motion to go ahead and appoint the committee as stated in the ordinance. Is there a motion? Thank you. Is there a second?
Second motion.
Thank you. It's been moved and seconded. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. Thank you, sir. We will begin the process, and we hope to have that done as soon as we can. Thank you for your time and for being here.